If you've listened to the show before, you know that what makes us so defined is that we review beers every episode.
Yes, we do.
So the beer we're reviewing today is a Founders Brewing Porter, and it's called Dark, Rich, and Sexy.
So we're already getting a brew chub.
Right. Now, go ahead and let them know what the percent is and all that.
Stuff about it. So the alcohol by volume, let's see, does it even say?
Yeah, it's on the top of the neck.
Top of the neck.
6.5%.
6.5 alcohol by volume.
Now, Founders it's interesting. Like it's a brewery name that I hear all the time from people who like beer. I'm constantly seeing people post like pictures of them.
It's a cool name for a brewery, in my opinion.
Yeah,
too.
I do. I like it. But it's not a beer. It's a beer that I've had their different offerings maybe once,
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say that I haven't really tried them, but I'm not very familiar with them.
Right.
It's not
most notably you had the breakfast ale or stout, right?
I've had the breakfast stout, and I tried their all day IPA one time.
Okay.
Good.
That was the Scottish ale? Or no, that was the IPA. Okay.
Right. And so today we're doing the porter.
Yeah.
Just because it's cold and that's how you usher in the winter.
Just feeling a porter today or stout. Something dark and sweet.
I haven't even begun to get my nose near it, and I can smell it. Like the fragrance is so strong.
Wow, yeah, it like shoots up out of my little silo here.
It smells good. I can't really.
It smells like a stereotypical porter for me. Dark, sweet, kind of maybe some coffee.
It's so
hints.
good.
Is it good?
It's
oh
so
my
good.
gosh,
Give it a go. Give it a go. Unfortunately, I'm sort of grasping and reaching in the air for ways specific flavor-wise to describe this beer, but it seems pretty complex, so it might take a little bit of time to keep sipping on it.
Okay, yeah, I
think?
like this. It has I think it has like a subtle complexity to it. In a way, like when I first drank it, I wanted to say that it was like a straightforward porter. It was like what you expect when you drink a porter, but there are some kind of like lingering differences that I feel like I can very slightly pick up on that I like. They're not like they're not things that I'm drawing away from it. So
what we can expect from a porter is just the standard like chocolate, caramel, malt.
Yep.
But this one is
sweetness, thickness, body.
This one's super silky.
Yes.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Good body. Just goes down really nice. That chocolate, I think, is the strongest.
Right. Yeah.
The strongest thing. It tastes like a big hunk of chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Yeah. It's called dark, rich, and sexy. So you'd think that they'd be kind of shooting for a dark chocolate feel.
Oh, this is sexy.
Yeah. I wonder who this chick on the front of it is. You want to give her a name or?
Matilda.
Oh God. Okay.
What is you don't want that?
I just know that you're gonna name your daughter Matilda. So I just know you love that name, Chase.
It's a cool name.
I would name this chick like Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. All right. Well, as we keep sipping on Esmeralda,
Esmeralda's beer.
we're gonna get into witty banter. All right, man. We're back.
Yeah.
So, how are you vibing on this beer now?
I'm liking this beer.
I have been able to sort of acute my senses to it a little bit more.
So you start off.
I really like the smell, first of all.
Okay.
It's almost got like a woodsy, I think the roasted malt, that sort of, ashy wood, nut even, just sort of like that kind of, just think
like you're
about
drinking it out of a forest.
Exactly. Think about being in a freaking log cabin.
Yeah.
And that's what
I'm
this
there,
beer,
next to a fireplace,
that's what this
bro.
beer smells like.
You want to put that situation on it right now? We're in a log cabin. We're next to a fireplace.
And it's roaring.
Maybe toking on a little stogie.
And we're playing board games.
Playing board games?
So
Boom,
I love the
that's our beer for
smell.
that.
I think it's milky. It's got the roasted, like woodsy feel. And then the flavor, it's not bitter because of hops. And it's only got 45 IBUs, which are the bitterness scale.
Are you going to say it's bitter because of the chocolate?
I think it's bitter because both the chocolate, but I think at the because the bitterness only comes for me in the very aftertaste.
And it's slight. It's not
so slight.
Right,
but I think that's coffee.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Kind
a
of.
little bit of coffee. And now it's not a lot of beers just like this is clearly chocolate and this is clearly caramel and this is whatever. This is all of that
in one big blend.
elegantly combined.
Right,
This is it's like chocolate, caramel, and then those just roasted malt. That malt base is beautiful. It's just silk, and it carries the beer throughout your whole entire palate. And then you got this kind of bitter twinge at the end, which is honestly a nice little wake-up call, considering the dream you just had.
I'm just on base with everything you just said.
I really like it, man.
Yeah, I think that it's like
The color's beautiful.
yeah, it's a nice
Super dark brown.
yeah, it's not quite black, but it's getting there.
Yeah, you cannot see through this thing.
And yeah, it's just like it's a beer that it's easy to take down, but it's not weak, you know?
Right.
You know, sometimes whenever you drink a beer and it flows down so smooth, it's like it's not bringing enough to the table.
Doesn't have body or anything.
This one has body. It has everything that I wanted in a porter, and I think that it fulfills its name very well. It's dark, rich, and sexy.
And it's sexy.
We know Esmeralda is sexy.
Esmeralda, it's like, at first she was just this lady dressed in black.
We didn't know she was.
Now she's like dancing with a hula hoop.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
In a log cabin.
Log cabin. That we made the hula hoop out of log. It's crazy.
But yeah, I vibe with everything you said, man. I'm pretty much on board with that.
So I've talked at length, or not at length, I've talked about this beer for a little while. Why don't you go ahead and put the number on it first, Hunter?
I already have my number.
Okay.
I'm giving it an 8.5.
Nice.
It is a great beer. It's a little bit better than a great beer for me because you know, I basically, whenever I'm assessing these different beers, not only am I looking for things that play to things that I like, but also if there are certain things that jump out at me that I either wasn't expecting or that I don't like. And there's nothing that proactively I don't like about this beer.
Doesn't taste like bacon.
Point one for this beer. So yeah, I mean it does. I feel like there is this bitterness that exists in it, and I think that it is like a blend of bitterness between going for that dark chocolate richness and having kind of like a roasted coffee bitterness with it, you know. And so I pick up on that. I love it. I've been really like, I think I told you about this. Like coffee has been more and more a part of my daily routine now, and so
Really?
whenever I get beers that like can play on coffee, but it's not like a coffee beer, you know, I appreciate it and I enjoy it. Great body, good alcohol by volume, pretty to look at. You know, we already kind of set
Drinks
the tone.
easy.
Yeah, it drinks easy. We already set the tone for like our ideal setting, and I think that pretty much encapsulated how I feel about it. So yeah, for me, it's a better than a great beer. It's an 8.5.
Nice. I'm going to go with an 8.5 also. I think it's a great number.
That's why we're friends.
Exactly. That's the only reason, though. That's it. When I drink, the smell is great, dude.
Yeah.
When I just opened it and poured it, I could smell it even away from my nose. I wasn't even holding it up or anything. You could just smell this beer. And
Right.
I just think about when I'm thinking it, I just have these images of barley fields and just malt being just roasted and just being in a warm, cozy environment. And there's just like a milkiness to it. You know, there's like this creamy velvet, even smell. I'd say caramel.
Okay, because like creamy it's strong for this. I wouldn't call this creamy, would you? I mean,
yeah,
I think there's
silky.
a thickness to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the smell is just so nice.
Yes.
And the taste just piggybacks off of it. And you just like I feel like I can see a big chunk of chocolate.
Yeah.
When I drink it, you know?
Yeah.
And the aftertaste of that sweet, like that little tinge of bitterness is perfect. It's not something that's gross or it's going to like hinder you from drinking it. It's just, there's so much elegance in this beer.
Right.
And that's
But
tough
it's
to
subtle,
do.
you know?
Exactly.
It's not like a forced elegance, you know?
Right.
It's like this nice, like, I didn't think they were going for elegant with it, but it ended up being, you know?
It's dark, rich, and sexy.
That it is. That it is. It lived up to its name.